Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We're so excited to have you again. The issue of insecurity has never been accepted by the current government. What they've been telling Nigerians is that they are doing all within their power to see how they can effect a reasonable change. But up till now, Nigerians are still suffering the issue of insecurity. No wonder the likes of Governor of Benue State, Otum, came out to tell Nigerians or suggest that Nigerians, responsible Nigerians, should be allowed to go with arms. And guess what? It's not even getting well by the day. I tell you the truth, because already in the southeast, as it's already been reported on the channel, there are a lot of strangers that have been seen around the environment. And this time around, the Federal Security Agent of Nigeria or Agency of Nigeria can no more hide it, as the custom have decided to raise alarm, telling Nigerians that there are terrorist camps in Abuja, Kogi, and Nasarawa, and which means that all what we've been hearing from the likes of Gani Adams, and also from even United States of America were actually true. These guys have infiltrated Nigeria, and all what they're planning is to see how they can take over the country. If you look at so many videos that some very able Nigerians have come on board to talk about the issue of insecurity, most of them keep saying that it's all about Islamization or colonization of the country. But how true is this? Now that they have recognized the fact that there are presence of these guys very close to areas that they've never attacked before, then they had to send out signals. All right, but before we continue, if you're not subscribed, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our video. Let's look at the news in detail before we go into further discussion. The Nigerian Customs Service has asked its officers to stay alert in Abuja, as there are Boko Haram groups or camps in and around the Federal Capital Territory. In a notice with reference NCS stroke ENF stroke ABJ stroke 180 stroke S.I stroke VOL 2, issued by the Comptroller Enforcement Headquarters HA Sabo in Wose Zone 3, Abuja, the NCS said it has information that terrorists were in Abuja. In the notice titled Intelligence on National Security, the NCS said information reaching the Comptroller General of Custom revealed the existence of Boko Boys camp in and around the Federal Capital Territory. The NCS also stated in the notice cited on Saturday and dated August 20, 2020, that reports has it that the terrorists were planning to attack some selected targeted areas within the territory. It added that the terrorists had reportedly set up their camps in Kunyang Bush along Airport Road off DIA staff quarters in Abuja. It added that their camps were reportedly also set up in Robochi Gwagwalada Forest, Kaku Forest in Koje area of Abuja, and Unaishal Forest in Toto local government area of Nasarawa State. And this is really troubling, because with what we are hearing now, it means that the country is not actually safe. Don't forget that this issue has been popping up and Nigerians have been raising dust about it, but it seems nobody really care. Now that it has come out so alive, though this issue that we're talking about, the letter is dated far back, but the truth is that Nigerians need to wake up. One of the key words that was said by the governor of El Rufai when he was minister of FCT was that in any environment where the people are talking about insecurity, that the first people that have first class information about anything called insecurity are actually those who are governors and those who are at the hem of our face. That they are the ones that before you hear anything, they have a hundredfold of such information, which therefore means that what we have been hearing about insecurity is actually true. These guys, they know so much about this. But the big question had always been, why is it that nothing is being done to see how we can protect ourselves? And now, if the federal government cannot help the people, I feel that at this point, with some of the information that we have in our hand, some of the geopolitical zones need to come together. The governors, they need to come together and arrive at a reasonable conclusion, especially in setting up a regional security. Forget about this issue of community policing that they are talking about and all of that. We need to queue behind the Southwest. They had this information, and when they had this information, the likes of Gani Adam and even the governors of the southwestern state, they came together. Despite the fact that they were coming out from different parties, but at that point they needed to unite together. We saw the likes of say Sheyi Makinde, who is coming from PDP. He had to unite with the likes of Akeredolu. He had to unite with the likes of Sanwo-Olu and all other Ekiti State Governor Fayemi. All of them, they came together and they had to broker a kind of security treaty for themselves and see how they can, protect their own territory. Because let me tell you the truth, whether you like it or not, if you are one of the governors in Nigeria or one of the leaders in Nigeria, let the truth be told. All these things we are seeing, government of the day, we have to do this, we must forget about our own people and all of them. 4 years max, brother, you are going to leave that throne. You're going to leave that exalted position, that place that you sit down and make decisions. You're going to leave it. And guess what? You have so many years to live with your people. Some of you are still very young. You up out of that position and you have the next 40 years to live with your people. If there is no more Nigeria tomorrow, how would you feel when you knew about some of these things and you refuse to take drastic action to protect your own people? How would you feel at that point? Look at Southwest. I will always mention them. Look at them. They have done their own bits so that no matter the raging storm of insecurity that will be hitting the Southwest, at least the effect of it will not be felt away if there was nothing like an underground or a grounded security network, private security network, or regional security network there. In the southeast, as we are talking, there is nothing like that. The south is even worse. They don't even care. Look at the likes of River State, the likes of Cross River, Akwa Ibom. Nobody is talking about it. People are busy focusing, running after contracts and all of that. If the environment is not peaceful enough, how can we be doing all these things? If we shut our mouth up and they infiltrate our own environment, do you think your mother, your friend, and all of that who are living in the suburb, do you think they will be protected? I think at this point we need to wake up. This thing shouldn't be a hidden thing again. Now, let's look at the suggestion given by Benue governor. He gave a very good suggestion. Gani Adam also queue behind him to advise him that at a point like this, yeah, Buhari's administration, they have done the little they can when it comes to insecurity. They are trying their little best, but maybe their best is not good enough right now. Because if their best is good enough, we won't be seeing all these guys we are seeing. Allow responsible citizens to have access to arms, so that peradventure, in event of running into trouble, you can protect yourself halfway at least. Not to watch these boys when they invade, they come around and people are just there, and you see strong and able men just running for their life instead of standing by to defend themselves. We've seen long list of people who had been murdered. We've seen how women have been abused sexually. We've seen how children as little as, when these guys come in, they don't care about children. We've seen how children have been brought down, some of them buried in tears and all of that. Must we wait to see it happen in all the geopolitical zone of Nigeria before we wake up? Our religious leaders, they are not even helping issues. They are overly quiet. Nobody is talking about it. The only thing that so much raised dust, especially from some quiet ones, was when the issue of karma came up. That was the only time they talked about it. That was the only time they talked about it. They had to start raising doors about, oh, karma, if they don't do this, how can they come and be monitoring our earning and all of that? But how about insecurity? How about people losing their life? Why didn't you people raise your voice and begin to talk? That time you will say it is well. I think at this point, our people need to wake up, because this thing is so much of a threat to a common man on the street that we no more even trust the government again. Because it seems that despite all this information, we seem to be pretending and acting as if it's not affecting anybody. This is something that should call for national attention. Everybody needs to put their hands on deck to see how we can correct this thing. We can't be sitting back and all the things that have been done in this country, the strive of our heroes past will turn out to be futility because of what? People are running around looking for more things to loot and all of that, despite the fact that they have seen hints every way that these guys are invading the country. Nobody is doing anything about it. It's a serious issue that must be deliberately, reviewed and something drastic done. If it's not done at the national level, how about at the state level? The communities also should not be left out. Everyone needs to equip themselves so that we won't get messed up by these guys. It's something that we have to consider. I would like to leave it there. Go to our